I'm Dr. Charles Massey, regenerative agriculture practitioner and researcher and producer of unmulesed elite merino fine wools. And this is the introduction for Module 6 of the Woolmark Sustainability and Wool course. The wool fibre and wool industry offer the fashion and textile industry a myriad of opportunities to move toward a circular economy. To take these opportunities, designers, brands and manufacturers will need to rethink the current model of production and consumption of fashion and textiles and the impact the industry has on people, planet and prosperity. Within the wool industry, wool growers, textile manufacturers, designers and consumers all have a critical role to play. To put circularity into practice with wool, designers can use a process called design thinking. Circular design requires a widening focus from looking at the product itself to including material flows, production processes and conditions, as well as the use, reuse and end-of-life stages. Wool is an inherently circular fibre, being natural, renewable and biodegradable, as well as having high emotional durability and reuse and recycling value. With the addition of circular design thinking and innovations in manufacturing and traceability, designers using wool can further design out waste, keep materials in use, and regenerate natural systems, which for a wool grower like me is a win-win. Within the supply chain, the environmental impact of growing wool is of crucial importance to the sustainability of the fibre. Regenerative practices have been used by Australian wool growers for decades, with wool growers managing their businesses and ecosystems holistically. Wool growers implement regenerative practices to improve the health of their farm ecosystems and landscape functions, and to create resilience to climate change. With the increase in access to information and a growing body of scientific assessment validating these practices, there are new pathways for wool growers to implement regenerative practices and numerous ways to be recognised for their environmental credentials. Textile manufacturing is a hotspot for high amounts of water, energy and hazardous chemicals. Improvements have been made in this space, and as legislative and market demands for greener production models accelerate, innovations are being commercialised to minimise the environmental impact. Numerous innovations in wool manufacturing have resulted in reduced waste and chemical, water and energy use, such as chlorine-free felt-resistant treatments, upcycling waste such as lanolin, and new printing and dyeing techniques that reduce water and chemical use. It may be surprising to know that recent studies have shown that consumers have the greatest influence on the environmental impact of a garment. In fact, by optimising how a wool garment is cared for, as well as wearing it more often, individuals can reduce environmental impacts of a wool garment by a staggering 75% compared with current practices. To enable garment wearers to make significant changes in the way they buy, wear and dispose of their clothing, designers must create clothing that is designed for a long life, repair and reuse, as well as recycling. This module seeks to provide designers and brands with the information needed to change the way in which garments are designed and offers opportunities to use wool in a circular system. By starting at the level of the fibre and supporting the production of regenerative, circular fibres such as wool, the textile industry can work towards becoming part of a circular economy. There is enormous pressure for us to address the crucial issue of degradation of our planetary systems, such as climate change. However, by supporting the emerging production of green, regenerative wool fibres in a circular system and economy, then both wool growers and processors can partner in producing garments that are not just beautiful and green, but which also positively address our planetary challenges.